Hey YouTube, it's your girl Allie Parker and her baby Wyman. Well, his name is Wyatt, but I call him Wyman sometimes. And Jelly Bean, little Jealous, he's jealous, so he came out from under the blanket. And then that other one right over there, this one right here, yes, Bella Boo. Yeah, those are my puppies. And although I love them so much, I'm not going to talk about them right now. I have been trying to figure out how we can do my TBRs so that it's more fun, more interactive. And I love TBR games. And, it's okay to pull a challenge out of the mug. That's fun. But I wanted something more fun. So I was inspired by Cody's book corner. She does her Will TBR, and I tried to do that originally, but it just did not turn out right how I wanted. So then I was thinking, and Becca at Becca's Books and her Bookopoly is so much fun. So I created my own board. And I just want to go over the board with you and go over some of my rules for my Bookopoly type thing. So I know on Becca's, she does a lot of different genres, especially like fantasy, because that's one of her favorites. My board is full of challenges. You'll see in just 1 second. But I like it that way. That way I can pick whatever book I want. I don't have to stick to a genre because, as you know, I love all types of genres. I like thrillers and mysteries, but I like sappy love stories and YA novels. I mostly do YA novels. Most of my books are young adult or middle grade, but I prefer young adult most of the time. Anyways, let's get into this book tour. Right. So, let's start right here at start. So, I honestly don't know where I got this little guy, but he's been in my Monopoly box for so many years. So, I guess I knew that I would need it for Bookopoly. It's like a little weird troll thingy. I don't even know where he came from, but he's going to be my little piece. And that's Go. Chance, which I made some book chance cards. And then let's just move it this way. I got my 2 dice. I have some rules to go over about that, but okay, there's start, chance, then a new author and a favorite author are right next to each other. I thought that was fitting. Community chest, which I made my community chest cards right there. Hubby pick, so my husband would get to pick that book if I land on it. Recommendation, I have a ton of books that I wouldn't have picked up if it weren't for recommendations from other YouTubers, some of my friends, and hopefully eventually from my viewers. So when I hit that, I will pick one of those. Pet pick. So I've been trying to go with my pets. As you can tell, I have 3 dogs. So what I'm going to do is split a treat in half and put it on top of like three books. And then whichever treat they eat first, that is the book that I have to eat. I don't eat books. That I have to read. So that one we will see if it works out. I'm hoping so. Then jail and visiting jail. So if I actually go to jail, then I have to add an extra book to my TBR for the month. Usually my TBRs start at 5 books a month. But if I go to jail, then that would be 6 books. And also, I have to check Goodreads and find the lowest rated book. And that is my punishment is reading my lowest rated book on Goodreads and having to take that 6th book. So nobody wants to go to jail here, but we will see. Then next up is TBR Vet. So it's the book that I have had the longest amount of time without reading. And Chance would be my Chance cards. A big book, which is a book over 500 pages. I was going to say newest purchase, but I get so many other books like gifts and things like that. So newest to me book. Or, so just however I get a book. Community Chest again, which would be those. A book I know nothing about. So that is usually a book that I just buy for the cover and I don't really know what it's about. I have a few of those, so we can get those off my list. Worst cover, and then best cover. And then you know how you have free parking, so I get free choice. And then another Chance. A to Z. This was my husband's idea. I already have the bucket of lists from A to Z. So I'm just going to grab one of the letters randomly. And either the book title or the author's name has to start with that letter. And then color pick is kind of the same. I have a mug full of different colors of construction paper. And I just grab one and that'll be the color that has to be somewhere on the cover. Then has representation in it. It can be of a different culture. It can be LGBTQ. It can be mental health and awareness. It can be literally anything. Community Chest, which would be right there. An audiobook, because I'm starting to get a healthy audiobook collection, so I'd like to keep up on those as well. And then an ebook. I got a Kindle for Christmas, and I didn't even know that I had over almost 200 books on Kindle before I even got my Kindle, like on Amazon Prime or whatever. And I don't even know how I accumulated those, but I would like to start getting those off there. Then go to jail. So as I said, if I end up in jail, I have to add another book to my TBR for the month, and I have to read my lowest rated. Those are my punishments. Then we have reread or Bookman's Trip, which Bookman's is the bookstore I shop at here, unless I get my books at a thrift store. But usually Bookman's is pretty cheap because it's new and used. I usually get the used books. And Chance cards, which are right there. A series. So this could be a new to me series that I need to start, or the next book in a series that I haven't finished yet. It could mean either of those. Then, this is the part that I'm most excited for. So, reading sampler challenge. So, if I hit love story, crime/thriller/mystery, or YA, I have to read the first chapter of at least 3 of my books in that genre. During the school year, it'll be 3, but when I'm off for the summers I'm not going to be off this summer, but when my schedule is not so hectic, it'll be 5 books that I have to read the first chapter of and then pick which one I'm going to read based on how good that chapter was. I hope that makes sense. I'll be vlogging about it as I'm doing it, and I'll tell you how I'm feeling about the books and which one I'm going to pick, obviously. And then, right in between the reading sampler challenge is another community chest card, which is over there. So, that is your board. Some of these... Okay, so I looked up Monopoly, And for the chance cards, most of them are about where your little person is located. So some of them are like take away a book, go back 3 spaces, go directly to crime or mystery, skip ahead 2 spaces. Most of them are where you're located on the board, which is what it's supposed to be. But some of them are pick an extra book and things like that. And then go to jail. And then jail would also add an extra book. So before I play, I won't play until February, but before I play, I will be mixing those up some more. This one was more about like getting extra money or paying extra money. So this is get an extra book with a animal on the cover, unhaul my least favorite book, get a graphic novel, pick a random book, do a 24-hour readathon. But if I do a 24-hour readathon, I'm going to do it different than last time. Last time I literally tried to stay up for 24 hours and read. But I have come to find out that you can do a 24-hour readathon with work and school and everything else just when you get time to read. So it won't literally be me just staying up 24 hours to read a book or read books. It can be like, oh, I go to work for my 4-hour shift, and then on the bus ride I read, and then when I come home I read, and while I'm cooking dinner I listen to an audiobook or whatever, you know? So I'm more comfortable with that, and I think that I can do better on a second one if I'm not literally trying to stay up for 24 hours. Read only one-word titles. I'm not sure how that'll work out. What if I pick like 2 books and they're not one-word titles? I guess that I'll have to repick them. I'll just have to remember where I land on the board. Do a reading vlog all month. So every time I read for a month, do a vlog. Go on a book buying ban for the whole month so I can't buy any books. Read and watch a TV show and the book. So if it has to be like a book adaptation, and so that will be really cool. Put the last book I just picked up back. Read a book with a number on the title, and read a book that's out of my comfort zone. So that'll be really fun. And then you're going to say hi to me again real quick. So that is my Bookopoly. And that's just like a little rough draft of it. Someday I'm going to get a little logo that my husband's going to make me. And I think it'll be really fun. Some of the rules that I didn't tell you is that my guy is going to stay on whatever space we end up on. So whatever we end up at the last turn in February is where I'm going to start in March. Okay? And then, I already told you about jail. Oh, but if I am just visiting jail, then I get to pick the highest rated book on my shelf from Goodreads as kind of like instead of the lowest for getting in jail. And if I roll doubles when I'm playing the game, then I have to add another book to my TBR for the month. So this essentially could be a crazy TBR. And then if I hit go, if I land on go, it's just a free space. I don't have to do anything extra or anything. It's just kind of, I get to sit there and chill. Sounds good. And I don't know of any other rules that I can think of. I'm not the type that's going to punish myself for not finishing a book or anything, so I'm not going to unhaul any books. Plus, I pretty much unhaul all my books. Like, the only ones that are on my shelf right now are either books I have not read or 5 stars. Okay, there's a couple 4 stars, but typically I don't keep 4 stars. Only if it's something that I think I'm gonna read again. But I can't do that to myself because I'm already super busy with school and work. And reading is fun for me, and it won't be fun if I'm just worried that, oh my gosh, if I don't finish this, then I'm gonna have to get rid of all my books. So I don't necessarily want to do that. I already do that when I don't like my books. 3 stars and under automatically gets unhauled. DNFs get unhauled. I know some people that will just keep their books on the shelf just to say that they have them on the shelf, but that is not your girl. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about the book, but I'm super excited for it, and I hope you are too. See you in my next video. Bye.